Hi, I'm Shane Downey, coming to you from the GBTA Canada Conference in Toronto. Joining us today in the broadcast studio is Billy Kyriakopoulos. How are you?
Hey Shane, I'm well, thank you.
Fantastic. So let's jump into it. We've heard a lot of conversations around the new distribution capability. So what is Air Canada's 2024 roadmap for NDC?
Yeah, well, first, Shane, thanks for having me. Great to be here. So for us at Air Canada, we started our journey on NDC many years ago, in fact. So they were founded in a couple of key corner pieces, right? We wanted to make sure that we had a roadmap to bring in other GDSs within that. Also wanted to be sure that we had the capabilities of bringing in technology providers that had the ability to connect with our API.
Right.
And most importantly, we wanted to be certain that we would work with our ecosystem partners within the corporate travel space, that we developed a clear roadmap with transparency and partnership.
Yeah.
Right. So we had extraordinary success rolling out, and obviously, like everything that rolls out, there's always some things that we need to change and pivot. And we made those changes with the consultation of our partners, and now moving forward, we see really clear picture of where we're going to be and where we're moving to.
Yeah.
So we since then, we now have partnerships with the three GDSs, working obviously with their TMC partners to ensure that the best fit, the best pipe that they want to consume that content from Air Canada is readily available. And it is something that is in place that works in the benefit for our partners, right? We needed to be sure that forward thinking, we're going to put the elements that we've talked about, frankly, for a number of years in place that brings meaningful value back to our travel buyers. So we're quite excited. This is moving quickly for all of us, and we want to continue to be leaders in this space.
Yeah, it is moving quickly.
It is.
So recently, Air Canada announced more flight, more destinations. Can you highlight your international expansion?
Yeah, so it's something that's very exciting for us, right? So Air Canada, for the better part of over a decade now, has really been on an international expansion at every level across the globe. We're one of a few airlines in the world that serve all 6 continents, and we're really proud about that. And as the Canadian, demographics change and more people from around the world come and make Canada their home, and recognizing as well that we sit right next to the largest travel market in the world in the U.S., we're expanding and growing to places that people want to go to and where they want to fly.
Yeah.
And we're laying that up on top of where our corporate business travelers are flying. So we're strengthening our domestic route, making sure that our transborder service is growing. We're working with our joint venture business partner in United Airlines and making sure that we have the best network across the border, and we're expanding incredibly all over the world. In fact, this summer we will be adding more than 25% growth in Southern Europe. So the key leisure markets that people want to fly, like Athens, Rome, Lisbon, and Barcelona. There's going to be a lot of new service there. We've expanded to the new markets that I talked about earlier, including nonstop service from Vancouver to Singapore, from Vancouver to Hong Kong, and going into key business markets like Montreal, Toulouse, or Toronto, Monterey, where more and more business travel is out there. We're thrilled of our international expansion plan. It really gives us the ability to serve the country coast to coast and be able to use our key hubs in Toronto for our international markets, Vancouver with our gateway to Asia, and certainly Montreal with the gateway to the Atlantic and a lot of the Francophonie markets.
Right.
So a lot of new things coming, a lot of new markets, and we're quite excited about that.
No, that is exciting. So another topic of discussion at this year's conference has been accessibility. And so Air Canada has a 3-year accessibility plan. Can you highlight a few key initiatives?
Yeah, certainly. So, I mean, this is a quite important file for us at Air Canada. Certainly, there are regulations throughout, Canada, of course, and the world, and we want to make sure we're meeting all those regulations. But we took that at heart inside, right? So we led and put forward a leadership team that is on this file completely. We have a leader on that group. We wanted to make sure that it rested against a 3-year plan on a few key pillars. One is we wanted to make sure we had absolute engagement, not only with our employee groups, that everybody was on the same page and we're working towards the outcomes that we want. We also wanted to make sure that we worked in tandem and partnership with councils here in Canada and be an active part of that, making sure that we are doing the things that are not only needed, but the things that will give a traveler choice and say, I choose to fly with Air Canada because they're doing things the right way. And in one area that we've led on this, and we're quite proud, we're the first airline in North America to partner with the Sunflower a program that gives accessibility passengers that need that extra piece that might not always be visible to see that, the ability to show that. And that comes together with the incredible training that we're doing with all of those groups that I talked about, so that every single one of us is working towards an area and a goal that will give every single traveler the confidence to say that, yes, this is the airline that I want to partner with and I want to fly. And of course, we're also talking and working with our partners in the aircraft manufacturing area, right? As this continues to grow, we need to make sure that we're looking at the future and how we're going to be putting aircraft and airplanes in the market that really address those needs as well. Not only at the airport level, but certainly on the plane as well.
No, that's fascinating. That's fascinating. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us at the GBTA broadcast studio, the GBTA Canada in Toronto.